Girl, I say, if only life would lean our way. Well, you and me, we'd run away to be wherever our adventure waits. And time would be a distant memory. Nobody could tell us to stay. Well, I've been dreaming ever since I've seen you heaven when you came my way. I heard your heart say love, love, love. I heard your heart say love, love, love. I heard your heart say love, love, love. I heard your heart say love, love, love.
The first time I met Hazmi was somewhere in secondary school. Me and Farhana were just going out. Then all of a sudden she said, "Hey, you know what? My friend is coming." Then it turned out to be Hazmi lah. Before that she asked me, "Yeah, do you mind not?" Then of course I said I don't mind lah. But inside I'm like, this is siapa sih? You know, secondary school, like we are still growing and like I'm a bit awkward with this kind of people. Malas nak layan budak-budak macam gini. Kita not normal, okay? So he was a decent guy and okay lah. I didn't ask Farhana to be careful of him or something because he seemed to be like a nice guy. Yeah.
What I think about Hazmi has a lot of old flames, to say the least. How's Jian, by the way? When they started going together, then she was in NIE also. She helped me a lot to get through my NIE interview.
Okay, the first time I met Farhana was like in poly. It was like my first year. We were like lining up and then talk to each other, that's all. Then we get along well after that. We did a lot of things in poly, all our pranks, all those silly things just in poly. Okay, that's poly life. Okay, I can't remember when. All I know was I know him with my other friends as Abang Mimi. We always love to disturb him, Abang Mimi here, Abang Mimi there. Then we will always love to like disturb the two of them. What I know is the two of them are really together and in love with each other, doing all those so romantic things together.
First time I met Hazmi was back in secondary school. First impression was, ni macam budak selanga, he has this blur look. After a while, changed my impression. He's actually, to me, he seems confident and outspoken. I remember our form teacher actually asked the class who actually wanted to be a class chairperson, and he stood up and he volunteered himself. So actually he's very confident of his capabilities and yeah, very outspoken. First time Hazmi introduced Farhana to us, my first impression, I thought she was this shy and quiet girl. But once I get to know her better, right, yeah, she's very bubbly, very lively, not shy at all.
So the first time Kak Ina introduced me to Hazmi was during New Year's Eve. We went to the Bukit Batok CC. I had no impression of him. It was a bit different. Now I can see that he's a very nice guy and very responsible. So you feel secure. I can see the love between them. Yeah. So they are like the perfect couple.
Okay, the first time I met Hazmi was when he was running for the position of chairperson. Okay, he looked very confident at the time when he was walking to the front of the class to give his speech. And he looked quite fierce also. Okay, but when he mentioned that he was from Scouts, I think part of us just lost it. Like, we were like saying, budak kental dia. Okay, then throughout the year he did try to be a good chairperson, but the class had Shariful and Muzaffar, so more or less there's no such thing as being quiet in the class. Okay, then for Farhana, met her through Leo Club. She's a nice person actually. I didn't really get to know her quite well, but yeah, I think the both of them, they make quite a good couple.
Okay, I remember you as being my first ever friend in Unity. I was just standing outside the class being so blurred. And she like, "Oh, Assalamualaikum." And we became fast friends and years went by and we got to know that she like Hazmi or something like that.
I know we only got close after secondary school, but It was a good experience knowing you, and then you are a good friend. And even though we don't meet often, but I know if there's any problem, I can just message you, and you will give me the best advice that you can ever give to someone. And I will always remember when we went to Perth, that was when I think I got to know you a bit better. We were confined to the house. She wasn't there. But anyway, Hazmi, I know you'll be a good husband to her, so I'm actually jealous.
Yeah, I've known Hazmi since primary school, since primary 4. It's primary 4 when I transferred to the school. Then I know through Hazmi through scouts lah. Since a very young age, he's shown leadership quality lah. Cik, angkat dia. He's been a good friend since then. I think I first got to know Farhana when I was in secondary school. Sec 3 or Sec 4. She was in the Leo Club also, right? Yeah. From what I see, that she was a very good person. They form a very good pair together lah. So right now, years later they got married, so it's a match lah.
He introduced me to Rahman Mimi, so like it was okay lah. He's kind, he's gentleman, yeah lah. So like I think he's perfect for Ghana because he's quite funny because like Mimi respect girls, Ghana also respect girls.
Before I say anything, okay, first impression of Hazmi back then, I think you remember well because I just elected chairperson. I said hi to you 5 minutes. Next thing I know, I was a treasurer. Like 5 minutes, become treasurer. Suddenly I'm your friend. Hazmi, yeah, confident, charming person. Kan orang jealous dengan kau lah. Semua perempuan pergi dengan kau. Good match for you lah. Hazmi girl, intelligent, good for Hazmi.
I still remember the very first day we met each other is at Ngee Poly, and then we were like sitting in a crowd in a big circle and like introducing yourself to everyone. And I still remember you said I look like Indonesian.
My first impression of Hazmi, can I say his sideburns went for the removal of his sideburns. So I think just Hazmi. Farhana Begum? Oh, okay, Farhana, the one that Hazmi is getting married to. Actually, I know Farhana to Hazmi. I first thought of Farhana, I thought she was an Indian girl. Because I have a lot of friends by the name of Farhana Begum. So I didn't expect it to turn out to be Farhana the Bahani.
I first met Hazmi when I think Hazmi and Farhana officially got together about 7 years back. I just remember Hazmi being very quiet, very quiet and very shy, so pemalu. And I think things have changed a lot now. We can hold decent conversations, and I really find that Hazmi is a very sweet and nice person, and I really think that they are very sweet together. I knew that at the point of time, even though they were young, I knew that these people were actually the right people for each other, and I was right, and both of you are getting married, and I'm very happy.
First impression of Hazmi when I met him in secondary school, he seems like a very blonde fella lah. Farhana, first I met her because I moved over there in Leo Club. So my first impression of Farhana is that she's very goody-goody.
I thought they were brother and sister because they look similar and they look alike, that they can actually pass off as siblings. Really, even now. She hates that when I say that.
Okay, first impression of Hazmi, he only like Chinese girl. So when I first know that they are together with Farhana, honestly, I wouldn't think that it will last because she's not Chinese. But seeing that she speaks a lot of English, so I thought maybe it's okay. And yeah, it works, so I'm very happy for them.
The first time I met Hazmi was in Unity Secondary School. We were classmates since Sec 1. The first impression he gave me was when during the first day of class, the teacher asked for class chairperson. Hazmi straight away volunteered. He was very enthusiastic. And then he went on saying he was the best scout person with the highest rank during his primary school days. Then he even took out his scout uniform. I knew Farhana in secondary school also. She was the school Leo Club president. When Hazmi told us that he's dating Farhana, that was in Poly Year 1, I thought it would be a great idea. as Hazmi, like to flirt, then hopefully the relationship can tone down his flirty ways.
The first time I met Farhana and Hazmi was in 2006. It wasn't in Leo Club. It wasn't during the time where Hazmi volunteered himself as the chairperson in class. No, he's not. I don't know anything about him being the scouts person at first. I met them at Singapore Poly. That was the first time I saw them in 2006. Hazmi, I thought he was just the same as a cheeky monster like Shohiful. But when Farhana came along, and then I changed the impression of him because he actually has a girlfriend who is decent and innocent looking.
Saya lihat Farhana orangnya baik, senang bergaul dan kita senang dengan dia.
Pertama kali Cik Mara jumpa Farhana semasa Farhana di bangku sekolah lagi, itu di kindergarten. Muhammad Ilyas, adik pada Muhammad Hazmi, dia satu kelas. Dan daripada situ kami berkenalan dengan mak bapaknya dan orangnya sungguh ramah. Selepas itu Hazmi dan Farhana di menengah mereka jumpa lagi. Muhammad Hazmi berbual pasal Farhana dan kenal pada Cik. Lalu Cik cakap, baguslah kalau mereka kenal Cik. Dari itu Cik rasa inilah calon isteri Hazmi. Pasal Farhana orangnya bersopan santun, berbudi bahasa, baik dan rajin orangnya. Kami sekeluarga senang padanya.
Pertama kali bila Hazmi datang nak bawa Farhana keluar, dia minta izin ibu. Cik, saya nak minta izin nak bawa Farhana keluar. Wah, dia takkan budak ni. Takut nampak. Well, dah pukul 8 ni. Jangan balik lambat. Macam nak lebih sikit. Then dia kata baik cik. So, saya memang mudah-mudahan tengok budak ni okey ni. Macam payahlah agaknya mudah-mudahan nak tengok listen lah So, then after that, kalau dulu nak ke mana.
There was just one time where Hazmi belanja us. I don't know, I find that gesture very nice lah. I think the tiny things that he does lah. For example, the other time we had I think a few years back our cousin got married and he was there to help out. As a man, it's very rare to find someone who can get his hands dirty instead of like lepak on corner and smoke. So I find that very gentlemanly of him to want to help out. Yeah, and that was very nice. The most memorable thing is actually every time I'm with her, like she always makes me laugh and never fail to give me comforting words whenever I'm down. There was this one time when I wrote a poem about my mother and it's in English. So my mother, she's more well-versed in Malay, and Farhana said, may you be reunited with your mother in Jannah, and may she understand the poem in a language that she can understand. Yeah. So that was very sweet.
When we went cycling together, then he was so confident of going through this grass patch kan, but he didn't see a clothesline over there. What happens next was history lah. He got caught and then he fell down and he said, "Whoa!"
I just wish both of them all the best and have a great marriage. Yeah.
The most memorable thing that Kak Noh has done for me is a lot lah. There is no one thing. I think the most recent one was the Melaka trip, where she and Hazmi planned for us and for me, my mom and Irfan, and it was a well-planned trip and teamwork that they both have is complements each other, and Kak Nah has done a lot for me, like in terms of advice and a lot of stuff that she bought for me also. So she's the best sister in the world.
Okay, memorable moments. Okay, I think with Hazmi, I think at one period of time during Sec 3, Sec 4, he and I, we did speak quite a lot to each other. We talk about the future, talk about what we want to become, all that. I think we did speak a bit too much because my mom did ask me one time whether I was gay. Memorable moments, those were it. Because I think it did help me straighten out my thoughts on what I want to be, directed my future somewhere. Yeah, it did help. So thanks, Hazmi.
It was back in Sec 2, then Hazmi and I and a few of our friends we went to Kota Kinabalu for Leo Club's Leo Club retreat. And then during one of the dinner, then Hazmi got mischievous and then we drank soya sauce and then among other things lah. Then Hazmi cannot take it kau, sampai next day sakit semua. Then I have to go and buy KFC for him.
Last time, Abang Willie buy the ticket to university. Really, that one wants to go like 2 person day and now. But Katla decided to buy 3 tickets. So, like for me, like the third ticket is for me. You know that is my first time to go to the theme park and she really wonderful.
As I've had with Hazmi, I think we mentioned before in the guys, but we were on this bicycle trip and we were going down the hill, was going up the hill, then there was a clothesline all dug our head under, but Hazmi was more interested in the Kinamampus at Kebokok. And he got the tali rafia right into his ear at the mouth. So it's like the bicycle was there but the guy was gone. So I think that was memorable to me. I cannot forget it.
I think Farhana, we got very close during our IT year 3. We stayed over at Shai's place. We went all crazy. We had crazy music. We were dancing. Your tudung was off. You know, we stayed over with Haja on Haja. Yeah, even tried to we had great fun. I think that was the most memorable part of my poly days with you. Very encouraging and fun when we are like a bit depressed over the project works that we are doing. For you, Hazmi, I still remember the first time we met each other is a gathering. It's a gathering at the, if I'm not wrong, it's a gathering at the Bugis, one of the coffee shops. And we were actually ordering foods. Yeah. We were ordering foods. It's obviously you brought him Farhana. Yeah, just for us, introducing it to us. Yeah, we have very good impressions. And wish you all the best for your marriage life. Yeah, have a happy marriage.
Let's wish and pray that the both of you find everlasting love and happiness and have lots of children. And I love you guys very much.
We were Sec 3, we went on a school trip to Ipoh, Then he gave a girl a flower. Yeah, the girl name is Dorothy Ong.
I feel that she is someone that you can actually really depend on and someone that you can actually lean on when you're having problems, going through breakups, going through heartache, going through personal problems. I think she will always be there for you.
Something that Hazmi has done for me. Honestly, nothing much, but he's a nice guy. He has good in him. So last time he wanted to set up some car rental company. He has the entrepreneurship spirit. So I hope he continues with it and maybe open up his own company the next time when he quits police force and all that. Yeah, all the best for Hazmi and Farhana.
Hazmi is one of my best buddies in our group of friends, which I can almost count on anything. So I hope that his marriage will last to jannah.
Mereka berdua telah memilih pasangan masing-masing, para yang dapat hadapi hidup sebagai suami isteri, sebagai isteri yang baik, suami yang baik. Masing-masing dapat menjalankan tanggungjawab dan tidak mengabaikan tanggungjawab. Sekarang mereka dapat hidup bahagia.
I see both of them nice couple. Farhana and Hazmi, yang ibu apa occasion dan sama-sama dengan ibu. Happy for them lah. Ibu pun doa mudah-mudahan ibu mereka kebaikan. Ibu Hazmi pun tahu mereka pun baik, insyaAllah. Dan ibu pun
pagi bersembahyang, dia cat rumah, dia pergi bangun ke atas rumah, ambil kisahlah bila arwahnya dah tak ada kan. Anak pun anak yang baik, dua lah. Alhamdulillah tengok di book level instructor tu, hanya doakan dan alhamdulillah mudah-mudahan dicapailah kasih sayang mereka bersatu padu menjadi suami isteri yang sah hari ini.
Hazmi is the most handsome guy I've ever seen. The moment with him was when we were robbed in JB. Then we decided to hide a $50 note in our socks. Somehow that made us survive the day when we were back in Singapore. And he cried on my shoulder. Oops, sorry.
I heard your heart say love, love, love.